I'm sure you have heard by now that Davante Adams has requested a trade, and every 49er fan has gotten excited, like most fans across the league, when they hear a big-time superstar wants out of his current situations. How many times are you going to see a jersey swap like the one on this thumbnail for your favorite team? Well, I represent the San Francisco 49ers. Y'all are here because I talk about the San Francisco 49ers. And so there are two questions at hand. One of them is it possible that Davante Adams becomes a San Francisco 49er? Short answer, no. I don't think it makes any sense from the 49ers standpoint, and I think it makes even less sense from Davante Adams' standpoint. The 49ers already have two big-name receivers that they're paying a lot of money to. They have multiple young receivers that they are trying to develop, plus they have other weapons. Davante Adams wants to go somewhere where he can win, probably somewhere that he's familiar, and I would also imagine a team that might extend him past the 1 year. And if they don't, then they better have a quarterback that can get him the ball, plus not a ton of weapons to where he's not seeing the ball at all either. So I think from all sides, the chances of the 49ers getting him are slim to none. However, I think there are probably 5 teams on Davante Adams' short list. And how do those teams impact the 49ers' chances to win a Super Bowl if he goes there? Let's go through them real quick. While you are here, check out the sponsor of the channel, Underdog. Link is in the description, promo code LSS to get your free pick of the week. Patrick Mahomes just needs 1 passing yard in order for you to be a winner. Plus, they are doing a deposit match of 50% up to $1,000. Check them out. You can do more or less. You can play weekly, daily fantasy, whatever it is that you enjoy, but definitely check out my guys over at Underdog. Thank you, Underdog, for being a great sponsor. First of all, I think the good news is most likely the teams on his list are AFC teams outside of one. The AFC teams, I believe, on his list are the Buffalo Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the New York Jets. New York Jets obviously make a lot of sense. They've been clamoring for him for a while, and Aaron Rodgers is there. That makes a ton of sense. Now, the Chiefs right now make sense because Rashee Rice just got injured, but we do not know if the injury is an ACL and if he's out for the year. It sounds like it is inconclusive at this point. They're going to do further testing. I also think realistically, Amari Cooper makes a lot more sense on Kansas City than Davante Adams, because unless the Chiefs blow away the Raiders and the offers from other teams, I don't see the Raiders sending him in division. Not impossible, but it would take a lot. The Baltimore Ravens make sense because it seems like they're always in need of a wide receiver, and he's the perfect wide receiver for Lamar Jackson. I mean, a big body guy with a great catch radius, runs clean routes. He helps anybody. But Lamar, I think he and Lamar would be a great pair. And then obviously the Buffalo Bills, they are lacking weapons. They have Josh Allen. Davante Adams is used to playing in cold weather. I think that makes a lot of sense as well. And then there's one NFC team that I do believe is on his list, but it's not a team that's really going to threaten the 49ers all that much. That is the New Orleans Saints. Now, New Orleans Saints have Derek Carr. Obviously, we know that he wanted to go to the Raiders to play with Carr, and his off-season wide receiver coach and training guy is now a part of the staff of the New Orleans Saints. So for those reasons, that makes a lot of sense that that team would be on his list as well. So as far as taking away a chance to win a Super Bowl from the 49ers, the Saints aren't doing that, even with Davante Adams. And certainly those teams that I just mentioned could be facing the 49ers in a potential Super Bowl matchup. And Davante Adams makes all of those teams better. There's no question about it. But it's not going to stop the 49ers from making the Super Bowl. And once they're there, anything can happen. The 49ers are still a very talented team. So the move of Davante Adams going somewhere doesn't particularly worry me the way that maybe if Tyreek Hill became available, where would he go? Just because I'm looking at the short list of teams that make sense from a Davante Adams standpoint, and I believe those are the 5 teams that he would want to go to. 4 being in the AFC, great. We don't have to worry about you till the Super Bowl. Now, they do play Buffalo in the regular season. Certainly, if he goes there, that makes him tougher to beat. That could impact the 49ers' ability to get a number 1 seed, certainly. But ultimately, you're worrying about a team in the AFC, and you're not having to worry about them fully until you get to a Super Bowl. Which teams do you think are on Davante Adams' short list? Where do you think he ultimately ends up? And what would you trade for Davante Adams to get him in a 49er uniform? I would love to have him here. I just don't think it makes sense from either side, and I don't think it's realistic. However, listen, if they wanted Deebo Samuel in a third, I'd probably entertain it.